Hi everybody, how's it going? Today is November 23rd, 2023. It's a Thursday. You know what that means. Monster Strike news, and I'm going to apologize up front. You can probably hear the voice quality is a little different. You can see that my camera is not on. I'm traveling back home for Thanksgiving, and I completely forgot that I needed to do this recording before, well, I packed up everything for the trip down for Thanksgiving. So you're gonna get if I had a VTuber setup, I guess that would be where it comes in handy now, but I don't, so you get a still picture of me. So, but that won't stop me from doing news. So without further ado, let's get going. Thankfully, today is a little bit on the short side, so that makes it better. We got the announcement of a new Chokyu Kyoku difficulty with Aurora. She will be coming on November 25th. This is one of those do one and you are done. If you can clear the stage one time, you will be getting a max luck copy of Aurora, probably via mission, or it might just happen at the clear stage. Depends sometimes. I think they've been deferring to actually giving it to you as part of the clear. So no need to farm the stage, just bring the OP monsters and well, you are good to go. In conjunction with this new mission, we of course will get a new mission. Shadow will appear as another diamond spot for you to unlock on November 25th, 4 a.m. Japan time. You do have to actually search for him. So you have to click on him and do the 8-hour wait before the mission unlocks. I see plenty of people still misunderstanding that in the Discord channel. So please don't forget that you have to actually go in there and activate his quest before you can actually take it on. Now, the actual mission will require you to clear that new Insidious stage with 3 or more Paladin class monsters. And, the understanding here is probably there are going to be Paladin killers in this stage. So we're going to have to see which monsters are best to help clear the stage given that requirement. Now, the reward for that is, purely cosmetic. You can get a collab strikers card and a special collab badge that you can add next to your name when you play co-op. Here's a closer look at the strikers card. So if that is something you want to have, you want to show off, make sure you complete that mission. We also got the announcement of a new area where you can earn daily items. However, it's not for free. We'll go into details there. Every day you will have the option to pick between Gamma or New there on the left versus the right. Each of them will have one of 2 items to present to you, and technically 2 pools. And then from that pool, they'll pick an item, and then you can get one or the other. This will also begin starting November 25th, 4 a.m. Japan time. Now, how does this work? So, for example, on Gamma on the left, you'll see she has 2 items, one with a 50% chance, the other with a 50% chance. So for this day, you have the option of getting a Waku Waku Min or a Balance Super Type Scroll. New on this day, she has a 15% chance of giving you a Insta Transcension and an 85% chance of getting a collab Ableberry Scroll. You'll pick one of these 2 characters that you want to get an additional supply from, and then based on the percentages, one of those 2 items will now show up in the exchange store. All right, so you get to pick which character you want to choose from. But after that, it's going to be based on the percentages on what actually shows up in the store. And this is important. You have to actually exchange soul points, or not soul points, sorry, the magical power to be able to get that item. You're not getting it for free. It's just an additional item that shows up in the store that you can exchange for. And this happens every day, right? Now, you can see that some items are going to be much more favorable than others, right? So, looks like Gamma is always going to have a 50-50 kind of breakdown, where the left side, not so interesting, and then the right side have the super type scrolls. And then if you go to New, you have a better chance of, guaranteeing yourself a better item relatively, but maybe it's not as exciting as a super type scroll. Or maybe it is. Maybe you'd rather have an Ableberry Scroll, those orb tickets, or biscuits. Biscuits would be nice, for sure. But it's up to you to decide which one you want. Roll the dice and hope that it picks the side that you prefer. And that's basically it for the updates on the collab. So let's go to regular Monster Strike news. We have just an announcement that the tournament will be coming back on the 26th of November. Remember, you do need to complete the main tournament so that you can get access to the seasons levels on the tower. So please do not forget about finishing this. And this is probably the highlight of the news. We got the announcement of a new gacha coming. They've called it the Gente Up Gacha. We can translate that into English with the Lim-Lim-Limited Up Gacha. And what this is basically you have 3 opportunities to do a 10 pull. Each 10 pull guarantees you 1 monster, but for each 10 pull, the chance of that guaranteed spot to be a limited monster will increase with each 10 pull. Now, how does that actually work? We can take a look at this next slide here. This is a reminder that, of course, this does cost orbs. It is not free, so don't get, you make sure you are prepared, with your Hoshidama, for example, how you want to utilize it. Do you want to do it on this gacha or not? I'm not so sure. But the chances of that guaranteed spot in the bottom right to be a limited character is initially 25%. So 1 in 4 chance. When you do your second 10 pull, that rate goes up to 50%. And then if you go to the 3rd time, you are guaranteed to get a limited character there. Now, don't forget, keep in mind that the amount of limited characters, right, in this game is well over 100 now. So they're not all going to be the best, but it's up to you to decide. Remember, we've got a long path to the new year. There's going to be plenty of gachas that are going to be tempting you. And honestly, we could get back-to-back collabs, right? If we're going to have, what's going to fill in the gap between Christmas? Are we going to have a Christmas Alpha collab? I don't know. I don't think the public reception to those collab alphas have been very good, so they might push something to be earlier instead, and then actually have Monster Strike characters as alphas. I don't know. I don't work at Mixi. I don't know how they work, but just know that there's going to be a lot of stuff in the future where orbs will probably be necessary. So it is up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. We can talk with other folks to see what they think, but it's very interesting prospect. I'm honestly on the fence right now, but maybe leaning towards pulling. We'll see. We'll see. And before we wrap up for the day, we will talk about our Transcension Kais. We got Emerald as our first monster for the day. Bounce Dragon, Super Speed type, Anti-Magic Circle, Strike Shot, Turn Reducer, Anti-Block, Inner Strength M for her Connect skills. We have Super Anti-Warp, Mind Super M, Deity Fiend Killer, which is the Kami and the Mao type class. Requirements for her for activating her Connect skill is to have 2 or more non-dragon classes in your team, or to have 1 or more fire types. If you want to follow the canonical lore, obviously Ruby would be her best buddy. So get using them together makes sense story-wise. I don't know ability-wise if that works out, but that's certainly an interesting thing to think about. For her strike shot, she has a new strike shot apparently, but all of the individual parts I'm pretty sure you're aware of. First, she will do a bash, so the first enemy she hits, she will do some damage there, and then she will defense down herself, but go into super counter mode, which does activate her bump combos at full power rather than the normal 50% effectiveness. Speaking of her bump combos, we have a wood flavored Bakuzetsu Breath, and then we have the Chozetsu Pierce Poison Lock on Shockwave 6. And then we had a second Transcension Kai announced. We have Aegis coming up for that next slot. He is a Bounce Paladin Super Balance type with Mind Sweeper, Magic Circle Boost, and Long Shield mode. He has no gauge, which is nice. Connect skill, we've got Super Anti-Warp, Light Element Killer, and Light Element Resist. Requirement for him is 2 or more non-balance types on the team, or your team luck is 100 or more. Strike Shot is a speed and power up, and there will be extra damage dealt to shield and bitons, which of course are known as drones for those of you who know the English term a little bit better. Bomb combos for him is a Chozutsu Pierce Homing 12 along with a Chozutsu Mid-Range Poison Spread Shot 9. And that is it for today. Again, I apologize for not having my normal setup ready to go. I was just ready to go home, so I just was not thinking about this. So next news will be on November 30th, but like I said last time, I will guarantee you that I am not going to be able to do a video unless, I guess I could do something like this while I'm on vacation, but I'm with my family too, so I don't think I'm going to want to do that. So I will probably post something just on Twitter/X or the Discord channel. So keep your eye out there, but a video will probably not happen until the following news, which I should be back. Oh, actually, I don't know. I might not be back from vacation by then. So actually, it might be 2 news worth that I'm not going to be able to make a video for. So just keep that in mind. And, well, you know, I don't take too many vacations, so hopefully you can accept that. But don't worry, like I said, follow me on Twitter/X or join the Discord channel and you'll still get that information you need. And if I can find a way to do something, I'll try it. Oh, and of course, before we go, here are the next week's lucky monsters. Make sure you have at least 3 to maximize your bonus for farming and such. So once again, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you want to get the latest news from me, this is the best place. Hit that subscribe button and like the video as well. And as I've referred to for the past minute or so, Monst on Twitter/X, and the Discord channel link is in the description below. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, do know I really appreciate your viewership. And of course, until next time, bye bye.